Yamot, te.
Hindi, videographer. Sakto lang.
Pinagsalita.
Yun nga. Sabi ko nga sa inyo mga batang helmet, i-upload din natin yung press ko ni Madam Sara Duterte. Hinggil nga dito, no, videographer, dyan sa Congress Good Government and Public Accountability na hearing.
Good
Grabe.
government?
Yes!
Hindi bad government?
Hindi, dapat good and public accountability. Pero grabe talaga mga batang helmet, ang anghang ng mga statement. Pero sabi nga ni Madam Sara Duterte, hindi siya aalis. Hindi ako aalis dito.
Ang track ni Franz Castro ni Trillanes is impeachment. Gumawa sila ng isa pang track na resignation. Parang pagkalabas nila, impeach ka namin, wrongdoing, whatever. And then, itong isang grupo na ito, umalis ka dyan. Kasi kapag hindi ka umalis, kapituko ka. Pero, hindi naman kasi ako sasagot sa young guns. Dahil, kailangan ko sumagot sa 32 million na bumoto sa akin. Hindi sa isa or dalawa na tao. Kaya, hindi ako aalis dito. Dahil nilagay ako ng mga tao dito, believing that I will work for the country. And that is what we did. We worked. Dapat siguro kung mag-akusa siya ng ganyan, dapat may papel siya. Tulad ng ako, pag inaakusahan ako, pag sumasagot ako, binibigay ko yung papel. Gloria Mercado is a disgruntled former employee of the Department of Education. She was let go because of loss of trust and confidence sa Office of the Secretary. Una niyang ginawa, well, hindi ko alam kung anong nauna, pero naka-strike 2 siya sa akin. Ang una niyang ginawa, nag-solicit siya ng 16 million pesos sa isang kumpanya on paper using my name without any authorization from the Department of Education. Bibigay ni JC sa inyo mamaya yung papel. Kalagay doon. Pangalawa, noong nag-school visit ako sa Cebu, merong lumapit sa akin na teacher. Sabi niya sa akin, Inday Sara, masakit sa loob namin na mga teachers kami na nasa field. Tapos merong humahawak ng teacher items na wala dito sa aming probinsya o wala dito sa aming region. So, pinakwento ko siya. Iyon naman yung purpose ng aking mga school visits, di ba, sa iba't ibang lugar na bansa. Sabi ko, one-on-one tayo, kwento mo lahat sa akin. And then it turned out, ang HR mismo ng Department of Education, our undersecretary, took a teacher item from Region 7, nilagay niya sa central office for a non-teaching task. Ginawa niyang executive assistant niya. Ang apelido nun, Villar. Meron niyang paper trail. So, nung bumalik ako sa central office, tinanong ko, totoo ba na meron tayong teacher item galing sa Region 7 na nandito sa atin? Totoo daw, nasa HR. HR pa mismo ang gumawa ng parang injustice sa teachers namin sa field. So, on that second point, hindi ko na pinalampas. Sinabihan na siya na there is loss of trust and confidence. And you should go. And then she said na, pwede bang mag-retirement na lang ako instead na paalisin ninyo ako. Kasi ang tagal ko na, matanda na ako. And then sinabihan siya, okay, sige. You go. So she's a disgruntled former DepEd employee. At yan yung dalawa na rason kung bakit siya pinaalis. May papel yung 16 million na solicitation niya. May papel yung teaching position sa Region 7 na kinuha niya. And my experience sa kanya, ayaw ko, factual lang ako ayaw ko atakihin yung pagkatao niya. Pero when she was HR of the Department of Education, meron kasi akong time dyan for our USECs and ASECs na hindi execom. So, pinapapunta ko yan sila kung sino man yung merong concern, sino yung may problema, pumunta kayo sa akin, mag one-on-one tayo. So, one of those times na one-on-one kami, siniraan niya yung isang USEC, isang ASEC ng Department of Education. And bago pa lang kami nun. In fact, pag alis ko, 2 years lang kami, very, very new. Na nagulat ako, kasi HR ka eh. Pag HR ka, hindi dapat ikaw yung mag-cause ng away-away sa loob ng institusyon. Dapat ikaw yung maging peacemaker. But siniraan niya yung isang ASEC and isang USEC sa akin mismo. And nagulat ako. Why attack the ASEC or the USEC sa kanilang pagkatao? Hindi naman trabaho. And then, ganun din ang ginawa niya. Nung umalis na siya sa Department of Education because of the 2 points, lumipat siya sa Senate. One of the offices of the senators din, nandiyan yan siya ngayon. And yung isang kaibigan ko doon sa Senado, narinig namin na sige na siya atake. Inaatake niya si Michael Poa, si Reynold Monsayak, si Gerald Chan. Yan ngayon yung nakapangalan sa kanyang statement. Kaya kami, nung nagbasa siya kanina ng statement, hindi na kami nagulat. Kasi naririnig na namin sa opisina, dyan sa Senate, yung mga pinagsasabi niya after she was let go. I think, hindi lang siguro niya matanggap na kasalanan niya kung bakit siya pinalayas sa Department of Education. Pero hindi din talaga namin matanggap na magsusulisit ka sa isang private company on paper 16 million. And then, kukuha ka ng teacher item sa field, gagawin mong EA sa central office. Hindi pwede yun.
VP, in relation to that, since you brought up yung names po ni Attorney Poa and Attorney Monsayak. So, during the probe earlier, she said that yung reason daw kung bakit daw siya nilet go ng DepEd nyo po was that she disagreed daw with Attorney Monsayak's suggestion that bidders in the DepEd computerization program just discuss it among themselves to avoid failed bidding.
Ngayon ko lang narinig yan. Sa kanya ko lang narinig yan. Pero ako ang nagsasabi, kasi I was the one who fired her out of the Department of Education. Yung dalawang rason na yon, ang rason kung bakit siya pinaalis sa Department of Education. And as I said, may papel yon. Ibibigay namin sa inyo ang papel. Ang HR record ni Villar, nasa Department of Education din. In fact, hanggang ngayon si Villar nasa region. Kasi sinabihan niya yung region bago siya umalis na ilagay yan sa region, wag yan sa teaching position. Pero that person is holding a teaching position.
So, ayan nga mga kabatang helmet. Siyempre, sumagot din naman si former USEC ng DepEd na si Ma'am Gloria Mercado Videographer, hinggil nga yan sa presscon na yan. Medyo na-upload natin yan kanina, pero ito yung buong kasagutan.
Allow Yusek Mercado to continue with the response, because I was trying to ask her about the 16 million that the Vice President mentioned.
Please respond with respect to the 16 million. 1660.
16
million.
I would like to respond to that because it's a press con. When I was called for by Yusek Sulaika, he said, Yusek Mercado, you have to go because one, you have a teacher in your staff. But I explained to them that the teacher was a contract of services when I joined DepEd. And the teacher has a pending application in Cebu because he's from the Visayas. And while he was working with us, he qualified for the RQA. But then when he received his appointment as a teacher, it was already past the opening of the class. It was almost opening, and the the teaching load was already apportioned. So I called the RD. I said, can I still keep him? Because he was working on the special hardship allowance, which was a program that BP Sara also wanted to improve because there's a new hardship allowance, and we were just able to reduce the hardship threshold from 0.37 to 0.33. And she wanted the basis for the giving of the hardship allowance, special hardship allowance, revisited. So that's why that guy was the one working on it. So I explained, and I don't feel at all na guilty ako dun sa sinabi niya. The second one is, Sulaika mentioned that I solicited from 2 agencies. So I explained to her that it was a program which our strand developed. There were 2 consultants from UNICEF who developed the app, and then we asked our external partnership office to look for external partners who will be presenting the program, because we developed the concept. It was DepEd Guro. It's her being able to contact the 980,000 teachers. Parang kahit na saan siya, pwede niyang makausap yung mga teachers. The second one was for us to do an electronic mode of the RQA. Parang there's no human intervention anymore. Everyone uploads the credential. Even the computation of the teacher qualification is already on an what do you call this? Wala na siyang human intervention. So that was the program. It wasn't us who choose who would be the partners who will be invited. It was the external partnership. So we made a presentation to almost all the corporations. And then some of the corporations appreciated that it's a very important program. So some of them committed to buy, because what we did is we divided the total fund of 16 million into chewable chunks. So if you're interested with this package, ito lang. If you're interested with it, because not everyone naman wanted to pay the 16 million. But there were 2 corporations who were willing to fund, because we wanted to put one in Mindanao, one in Visayas, and one in Luzon. So there were 2 who committed to fund the full package, and those were the 2 corporations that Yusek Sulaika said I solicited. So I explained properly. I did not solicit. There's no money involved there. These are equipments. Walang cash po doon. Equipment siya na ito-turn over sa DepEd. So I feel very sad that up until now, the BP has not been appraised, as I explained it to her people, that we did not solicit. In fact, the two corporations are willing to give an affidavit that I have no solicitation from them of 16 million.
So to reiterate, Mr. Chair, Yusek, first, this was a sanctioned DepEd project.
It's a DepEd project.
Second,
yes.
you did not do the solicitation yourself.
It was managed by the
External Partnerships Office. Third, no cash donation was ever
So
made.
equipments.
Equipment was given to the department. So none of this, what allegations that the Vice President's making against you is true.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair. And
Thank-
that makes it very sad because she's saying it now. Ibig sabihin, her people did not explain to her.
At least I know she's watching, then she probably be able to get the information from you now. Thank you, Yusek Lo. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So yung 16M pala, videographer,
Oh.
hindi pala siya monetary. So,
Yes!
Yun ay total ng mga equipments. Kasi yun sabi ni Ma'am Gloria.
Oh.
And hindi daw siya nag-solicit. Nakakaloka talaga mga kabatang helmet. Ayan nga, napanood nyo na. Sino ba talaga nagsasabi ng totoo? Diba? Sino ba yung dapat nating paniwalaan? Ang dami kong mga nababasa sa mga feeds, nakakaloka sa mga comment section na Sinungaling nga daw tong si Ma'am Gloria.
Huwag
Hindi daw dapat
paniwalaan.
paniwalaan. Dapat kay Madam Sara Duterte pa rin tayo maniwala.
Ah.
Ibinibigay ko na sa inyo mga kabatang helmet ang desisyon kung sino ba talaga ang dapat nating paniwalaan dito, di ba? Ako, para sa akin, kung ako itatanungin nyo, kailangan talaga maging accountable tayo. Kailangan may transparency talaga. Una sa lahat, dapat may pakialam tayo kasi sabi ko nga, at patuloy ko at palagi kong sinasabi na yung mga pondo na yan ay galing yan sa tax natin, galing yan sa sweldo natin, na pinaghirapan natin. Di ba, Bicho Kapar?
Oo naman.
Yung iba sa atin, ilan ang mga trabaho para lang buhayin ng pamilya. At yung mga trabaho na yan, syempre may tax tayo dyan. At yung mga binibili natin sa pang-araw-araw natin, di ba, Bicho Kapar?
Oo naman.
Colgate, sabon, panlaba, pangligo, lahat yan. Lahat ng binibili natin. May VAT yan. At yun yung for naman ng tax na nako-contribute natin para pambayad sa mga kapunan. Para sa mga programa at serbisyo na dapat natatamasa natin. Pero grabe talaga, no, Bidjugapur? Sino ba talagang dapat paniwalaan?
Paniwalaan natin yung sinungaling.
Ha? Ang sinungaling? Eh, ang tanong, mga kabatang helmet, sino ba yung nagsisinungaling? Sino ba talaga yung totoong nagsisinungaling sa mga nagbitaw ng mga statements ngayon, di ba?
Eh di magaling salita.
Pag ba magaling magsalita, sinungaling na kagad?
Malay mo.
pwedeng-
Di ka sure.
yung iba namang hindi magaling magsalita, minsan yung pa nga yung sinungaling.
Oo.
Naku mga kabatang helmet, kayo na po ang bahala mag-decide, di ba?
Oo nga,
Sino
sino
talaga yung
ba?
paniniwalaan natin? Pero balita ko nga, may nag-swimming nga daw. Pero, hindi naman daw yung totoo, fake news daw. Pero,
Oh,
merong talagang mga nagpatotoo talaga na totoo naman daw talaga na nag-swimming. Anyway, hi! Kung nagustuhan mo ang video na to, huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe at i-click na notification bell para like updated sa lahat ng mga ina-upload natin. Di ba, Bidyoga po? Comment of the day po kay Alan Kimos, 3265. Ang sabi po niya, pahinging sobre! Yan ay sabi po, Sir Alan, anong sobre po ba gusto nyo? Yung
May
sobre na may
laman.
laman o yung sobre po na maglalabas po kayo ng operahan na lugpay po ng bills. Pero yan nga mga batang helmet, mag-comment na kayo kung ano masasabi nyo rito, no? Talagang nagsabi si Madam Sara na hindi siya alis dito.
di huwag siya umalis.
Oo, teka lang, ang tanong kasi, may nagpapaalis ba sa kanya?
Wala naman.
Sabi ko kami sa buhay niya, nag-helmet din ang bukit. Keeps getting better every day. God bless everyone. Bye! Kaloka talaga.
Bakit? Swimming din tayo, uy.
Ayoko, muulan nga.
Ali ka na. Doon sa Kalagua sa tayo.